Hi guys, welcome to Jay's Techie Crown. Today in this video we are going to discuss in detail about the overall cost involved in the Australian PR. Most of you who are watching this video might be already aware of the 189 and 190 visa fees, but in this video I am going to explain you in detail about the other miscellaneous charges and hidden charges and the overall cost involved in the PR process. Also, I am going to explain you about how to avoid the unnecessary fees and charges in this PR process. So, this video will help you to do the entire PR process at a cost-effective method. Okay, come, let's get into the video. And whoever visiting my channel for the first time, please subscribe my channel. The agenda of the video is to understand what are all the costs involved at each step in the PR process. The overall PR cost involved for a single applicant and a primary applicant with spouse and for a family of 4. Then we are going to discuss about the miscellaneous and other hidden charges in the PR process and how we can avoid them. Then finally I am going to explain you about the timeline. Here the timeline is from the day 1 when you start the PR process till you get the PR in hand. Guys, also please make a note that the cost mentioned here are for 189 and 190. Also, the cost differs from person to person and case to case. So here comes the cost at each step in the PR process. The first one would be the assessment fee. So I'm going to explain in detail about all the list of items mentioned over here in this video. So followed by the document fee, review or appeal fee, and the PTE IELTS fee, pre-invite and invite fee, and the separate visa application fee, health assessment PCC, agent or consultant charges, other miscellaneous charges. Coming to the assessment fee, most people start with the assessment as the first step, and here is the information for the ACS assessment fees. You can have a close look at the different fees involved in the ACS assessment. Similarly, for different assessment boards, there are different assessing fees. So make sure you refer to the website of the relevant authority for the appropriate fees. So how can you make this assessment cost effective? Number 1, always make sure you apply for assessment after your language test so that you may get enough bandwidth to use this assessment when you get an invite. Otherwise, there is a chance that it may expire. This way, you can avoid doing the reassessment, which may cost you extra. Secondly, always provide proper documentation for assessment to avoid any negative outcome. In case if you receive any negative outcome, then you may end up going for a review or appeal, which may cost you extra. So always avoid this review and appeal charges. Third, in case if you are eligible for RPL, try to apply RPL so that you increase the chance of getting 189 visa, which will avoid the pre-invite fee. Here you can see the assessment fee for VETASS, which differs from ACHS. Similarly, for each and every assessment board, there is a different fee. Then next comes the language test. So I always recommend people to take the language test first, and here is the PTE fee from different countries. How can you avoid unnecessary fee in the language test? First one, always go for mark test till you achieve your desired score and then go for real exam. Do not attempt the real exam directly. This way you can avoid giving multiple attempts. Secondly, always avoid booking or cancelling at the last minute. This will avoid unnecessary late fees. You can see for each and every country there is a late fees applicable. So always avoid the late fees. Third, always use proper material and trainer if you feel necessary. This will avoid giving multiple attempts. Then the next step is the PR fee. So if you are applied for 190 and if you got a pre-invite, then you are supposed to pay a fee of $300 AUD. In case of 189, there is no pre-invite, so this fee is not applicable in case of 189. And here is the fee for the invite. In case if you receive an invite, then for the primary you need to pay 4045 AUD, and for secondary it will be 2025 AUD. And for 2 kids it will be again 2020 AUD. So make sure you estimate this before you start the PR process, so that you will be ready for the funds in case if you receive an invite. Here I have given the cost in AUD as well as in INR. If a person is applying from Australia, then there is an GST applicable. So make a note that GST is applicable if you are applying from Australia. Also, if you are paying outside of Australia, then there is a foreign transaction fee for each transaction you make using your credit card. This is one of the hidden charges. Then next comes the medical and police clearance certificate. So this medical and police clearance differs from country to country. So in case of medical and PCC, always provide correct information in case of names so that you can avoid any rework. Coming to the miscellaneous charges. So till now I have discussed about the charges that everybody is aware of. So what are the other charges which we ignore or which we never think about? The first one would be the language test. So in language test, most people go for multiple attempts. This is due to lack of preparation or due to training. So people will always go for training and then they buy materials and they take mark test. So you also take into account all these charges. Then comes the documentation charges. Documentation charges are nothing but the attestation and the notary charges. Also, when you apply for PCC, you might be using the biometrics form and other forms as an extra charges. And also, you might be paying GST. So all these charges has to be accounted. And thirdly, in case of expired assessment or in case of any negative outcome, we will go for reassessment and appeal. Also, in case if you have been waiting for a long time under a specific answer code and you feel that you need to go for change of occupation, then you will be doing the reassessment again. So in that cases, you will be end up paying again for the assessment. And finally comes the major cost, which is nothing but the attorney charges. In case if you are doing it through an MARA agent, then it might be a different charge, and in case if you are doing through an registered agent, then it is a different charges. So there are several consultants who are doing this. They may not be a registered agents, but still they will be doing the PR processing. So make sure you choose an appropriate agent with minimal cost for your PR processing, as it may reduce your cost considerably. What are all the other hidden charges? So the document charges. When you initially plan for attestation, then there might be charges for each and every attestation or the affidavit. So always make sure you calculate for the notary charges and then the foreign transaction fee in case of paying for assessment. Also, in case of paying for the pre-invite and invite, for each transaction there will be a foreign transaction fee in case if you are using an international credit card. So always calculate the transaction fees as well. And then the language test. So always make sure that you do not cancel or book at the last minute to avoid any late fees. Then next comes the agent fee. Here, if you contact any of the consultants, then they may be charging you for the eligibility fee to check if you are eligible for the PR and then the initial forms. So make sure that you account for these hidden charges as well. Here is the PR cost for a single applicant. I have given the detailed cost involved in the PR process for a single applicant. For ACS, it might be 500 AUD. In case if he is going through a different assessment board, then the cost might differ. Similarly, for language test, pre-invite, invite, these are the costs. In case if he is applying for 189, then the pre-invite cost may not be involved. So I have given the approximate cost for rest of the things like PCC and medical. It might differ. The agent fee might differ between 1500 or 2K based on the agent you choose, and then the documentation charges and the miscellaneous charges. So as I explained in the previous slide, those are all the miscellaneous charges. And finally comes the initial entry charges. Initial entry charges is nothing but your initial entry into Australia. Most people do not consider this charge, but once you get the PR in hand, then you will make an entry into Australia. So this fare is nothing but an airfare. So people who are already in Australia, please ignore this initial entry charge. Now you can see the overall cost of PR for a single applicant, which comes to almost $8,000, which may come around 430,000 rupees in INR. And in case of primary plus spouse, this is the total charge. So the grand total may come to almost 13,570. The increase in charge will be for ACS. If both the people are doing ACS, then there will be dual charges, and for PTE again there will be double the charge, and again for the invite there will be double the charge. So these charges increase to almost 13,570 Australian dollars, and in case of rupees it comes to around 624,000 in Indian rupees. And here is the cost for a family of 4 with 2 kids. So the cost may come around to 16,790 AUD, and in case of Indian rupees it will be around 833k. So make sure you financially plan before you start the PR process. What are the common mistakes you can avoid? The first thing would be to estimate the cost before starting. So here I have shown you the cost involved for a single applicant and for the family of 4. So if you are applying as a single applicant, always estimate the cost for yourself based on your assessment board. Always calculate the cost and plan accordingly before. Secondly, most people avoid to calculate the hidden charges. So please calculate the hidden charges as well. And third, always follow the process in right sequence. As I explained before, do the language test first and then do the assessment. This way you can save the money. Also, you can considerably cut the cost. And similarly, do everything on right time. And finally, choose the right agent. In case if you choose a wrong agent, then the process might get delayed and you will be end up spending more money even before you get the invite. So always try to choose a right agent who charges you the right amount. And finally, here comes the timeline. This timeline is nothing but from the day 1 of initiating the PR till you get the PR in hand. For all the documentation, to collect all the documentation, in order to apply for assessment, you might be end up spending 2 to 4 months of time. In order to contact all your previous employers and gather all your documentations, you might be getting 2 to 4 months of time. And then the assessment. Once you apply for the assessment, you might be end up getting in 6 weeks, or sometimes it may go till 8 weeks of time. And in case if there is any delay due to any lack of documentation from year end, it might go till 2 months. And then finally, language test. In most cases, people used to get stuck at this language test, which may end up going till 8 months. So always make sure you prepare well and get this language test completed within 2 months of time. Then the pre-invite. Once you get the pre-invite, you will be eligible to get the invites within 1 or 2 months. And once you get the invite, it will be taking 9 to 13 months. In case if you have submitted all the necessary documentations, you will be eligible to get the PR within 9 months. In case if there is any lack of documentation, there will be CO contacts and you will be end up spending more time in responding to the CO. So always try to provide proper documentation on right time. This will avoid any unnecessary time spent on the PR processing. And finally, you will end up spending almost 12 to 48 months from day 1 till you get the PR. Let me summarize you the cost effective ways. First one, always do the language test first. Secondly, avoid booking or cancelling at the last minute. Thirdly, always take the mark test before you appear for language test. And coming to the assessment, always provide proper documentation to avoid negative outcome so that you can avoid any reassessment. Then choose a right agent. And finally, be aware about the miscellaneous and hidden charges before you start the PR processing. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe and hit like if you feel this video helps you. Thank you. Please post your comments below.